God with an outstretched hand, I saw tears of joy that I now understand. My mother's faith was in God who calms the storms and the sea. And the very same God can do the same miracles for me. The lesson I learned from my mother's prayer was that I could call on the name of Jesus anytime and anywhere, no matter how dark and fierce the storms of life that I may face. God can save through his amazing power, mercy, and grace. That's my mother's prayer, the prayer of a praying mother. I don't know about you, but I had a praying mother that prayed for me because she knew that the enemy was after me. And all you mothers that received accolades and thank yous, well, these goes out to you, but it also goes out to those mothers that children may have been gone, may have lost their children to drugs, alcohol, violence, gangs, jail, prison. You are still loved, mothers. Never forget, no matter what your situation might be, you are still a mother. You are still precious in God's eyes, and you need to know that God loves you. Even if you've lost your children to whatever, you are still so loved by the one who gave you those children. He loved you. And please remember, no matter what mess you in, there's a way out of your mess, and it's JESUS.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
All right, it's time for Ask Your Neighbor. All right, coming back, I'm going to talk about Police Week, happening around this time every year, taking place in Washington, D.C. It runs from Sunday all the way through next Sunday. So we're going to talk about National Police Week, give you some stats of how many law enforcement officers have been killed in the line of duty so far this year. Be right back. 865-457-1380.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
All right, we are here on the side of a mountaintop in beautiful Clinton, Tennessee, Anderson County, Tennessee. Jay Carter with you. Hope you're having a great day. It's 10:18, a little bit past the 10 o'clock hour. This week is National Police Week. Happens every time this time of year. And it honors the police officers, law enforcement officers who've been killed in the line of duty this past year. And it takes place in Washington, D.C. Usually this week, they engrave the names of the officers who were killed in the line of duty last year into the law enforcement memorial wall. There's about 8 people on that wall that I know personally, I worked with, and they're on that wall. So far in Tennessee this year, there has been 5 police officers killed in the line of duty. February 8th, the Blount County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Sheriff Greg McCowan was killed. In reason of death is gunfire. Deputy Sheriff Robert John Leonard from Meigs County was killed in the line of duty on February 14th. Police Officer Wisbens Antoine was Knoxville Police Department, duty-related illness. And Police Officer Joseph McKinney in Memphis, Tennessee, was killed in the line of duty on April 12th due to gunfire. So far in the whole United States of America this year, and this is only May, we've had 58 line of duty deaths. It's the 5th month. That's almost 10 a month. And May's not even over yet. So if you're out and about, remember that these guys that are out there, they will, and I guarantee you, they will put their life on the line to protect you. And they did. And so we need to remember them. In 2009, I lost 3 of my friends. Officer Trevor Allen Nettleton of the Las Vegas Police Department, November 19th, 2009. Milburn Beidel, October 8th of 2009. Henry Prendez passed away on February 1st of 2006. All duty related. But the one that really hit me, Correctional Officer Daniel James Leach. I worked with him for, about 13 years off and on, doing other things for the department. And he passed away on November 21st, 2009. So, yeah, remember these guys when you lay your head down at night? They say you have these politicians. Okay, every officer-involved shootings, you have a slimy, sleazy politician come out and want to disband the police department. Can you imagine if they disbanded the police department? What would society be like? Anarchy, no laws, no traffic laws. What would it be like? I don't know. I don't want to think about it. One case I want to tell you about is Los Angeles County Deputy David March. Now, David March was related to my wife's family. He was a cousin to her. And me and him got to be really close. And he worked for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in L.A. So we became very close. He was killed in the line of duty. And his case made it became national news. And the reason why is because he was murdered by an illegal alien that was deported 6 times from California. They deported him. And his name was Jose Garcia. He fled after shooting Dave. Dave was conducting a traffic stop, and this took place on April 27th, 2024. He was conducting a traffic stop, pulled the guy out the car, and as he was coming out the car, the guy shot him. And as Dave laid there dying, he shot him 6 more times. So he left behind Terry, his wife, and his stepdaughter. But what came of this case was the guy fled to Mexico. He then started to call the family of Deputy David March and harassing him. Oh, yeah, I shot your husband. You'll never find me. They'll never send me to the U.S. He called the FBI and did the same thing, marshals. They knew where he was in Mexico. Everybody knew where he was in Mexico. The Mexican government knew where he was in Mexico. U.S. Marshal Service knew where he was in Mexico. They have a video of him going in and out of his house in Mexico. The only thing that Mexico didn't want to do was extradite him because this was a death penalty case. They were going to seek the death penalty on this guy, which he shouldn't have been in the country to begin with. So Mexico would not extradite this Jose Garcia guy because the U.S. was seeking the death penalty. So for years and years and years, they battled with Mexico, and finally, the state of California, County of Los Angeles said, we will seek life without parole. And that's when they finally extradited him 3 years after Dave's death, knowing where he was, putting up with the harassing phone calls from him to the family and the police department. So they finally extradite him to California. Sheriff Lee Baca, who was the sheriff at the time, met him at the border, and they placed David March's handcuffs on him. So every time around April time, I think of David and where he would have been by now. He probably would have been a captain up there in ranks. He probably would have been retired because he started a little bit after me on the police department. But when you look at the immigration laws and immigration problems, it affects everybody. It affects everybody. So today, if you're out and about, or this week, you see a police officer out and about, well, thank him, shake his hand. If you see him in a restaurant, buy him lunch. I always do that if I see someone in a military uniform. I always buy him lunch. So, think of them this week, National Police Week. And they're gone, but they are definitely not forgotten. If you want to add anything, you can feel free to call me, 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005. And we'll talk. I'm going to take a break. Be right back.
Have you ever wondered how a body shop comes up with the exact color when they repair your car? H&H Body Shop has some of today's newest and most technologically advanced equipment.
I have a camera that if I had no idea what color your car was, I tell that camera what the whitest white is, and I tell it what the blackest black is. That's how you synchronize it. And I take a picture of your vehicle. It sees what it sees. It hooks to the computer. It goes into the database of all the formulas ever created for cars. It'll make a formula for what it's seen.
It'll tell you what to mix.
Yeah. And on top of that, I have some technicians that can see it and make it. They can see it and they know what it takes to make it.
H&H Body Shop, today's best technology and local down-home folks. Locally owned, locally operated. H&H Body Shop at 749 North Main Street in Clinton. Call 865-457-9735.
All right, 865-457-1380. Talking about Police Week, police officers who have been killed in the line of duty. What I love what's going on now is you see that these families of police officers, these politicians show up at their funeral and they shoo them away. Hello, this is Train Time. What's up? What's up, my man?
I just sitting here listening, man. That's sad.
Yeah.
That was sad, that story.
Yeah, David March. He was a good guy. And I remember him living in California. He used to order parts to weapons, but California, being the liberal democratic state that they are, doesn't allow people to mail order gun parts. So he would ship them to my house, and we would meet about once a month. But yeah, he was a good guy.
Man, I hate that his family had to deal with that.
Yeah, for 3 years.
I hate that any police officer, wife or husband that has to lose their loved ones to criminals.
Yeah, it's true.
I always, when I get pulled over, I always make sure that they can see my hands.
Right. Yeah.
I put them up on the dash.
That's a good idea. I put mine on the steering wheel because I have been pulled over. Oak Ridge and Highway Patrol here has pulled me over, and I just put them on my steering wheel. But yeah.
Yeah.
So let's send a little prayer out to all the police officers and.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah, buddy. I always pray for them, and when I see them, I always thank them. Yeah. Even the troopers that gave me a ticket, I thanked him, appreciated him. And told him, I said, I'll be back later on tonight. He said, well, be careful. They're all, a lot of them's good people.
They are.
And I could not, that would have me on pins and needles every time I pull somebody over.
Yeah, it
can
be scary. It can be scary.
Because you don't know what you're going to come up on.
Yep. That's true, man.
But, golly, bum. But, yeah, I'm one of them guys that pays for policeman's dinner if I can catch them, just right.
Right, yeah. And I know they appreciate it.
That I catch them at Billy's there at Oak Ridge. So.
Oh, okay.
When they come in there to eat or something, that we'll be in there eating and always sneak up there and pay their bill.
Yeah. But
yeah.
All right, man.
Thank them. Anytime you see one, thank them.
Yeah,
what they're doing.
It's not nice to get a ticket from a cop. Nobody likes to give a ticket or get a ticket.
You won't get no ticket if you obey the law.
You know, it's tough,
If you break them like me, trying to get somewhere fast.
Yeah.
But I've slowed down. That last ticket there, I only ended up with $50 in the good that night. And I had 2 trips. So, yeah.
All right, buddy.
$221.
Well.
The last ticket. I hope you're not listening, honey. No, she knows. She seen where I paid it in North Carolina. I see you talked to a policeman there in North Carolina. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. But he left me
he left you a farewell gift.
Yeah, he offered me a gift anytime I come in like that. So he says, just be careful. I told him, I said, well, North Carolina, state line, the speed limit changes every 5 minutes, it seems like.
Yeah.
From 55 to 60 to 65, 70, then back down to 55.
Mm-hmm.
Well, back down to 55, that's where it got me. I blowed by him like he was sitting still. He was in unmarked.
And I think, North Carolina, they have unmarked. Their state troopers, I think, have unmarked cars.
Oh yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're in trucks, pickups. They're in anything.
Yeah. So, but slow down. All right, buddy.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Have a great day, and I hope everyone else does too on this Tickle Me Tuesday. And pray for an officer, all of them.
That's right. Thank you, buddy.
Amen.
Bye-bye. All right, 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005. We're talking about National Police Week. Police officers, this week is always set aside this time of year to remember those police officers who have died in the line of duty. And during the COVID years, there was quite a few officers that contracted COVID and passed away. And that year, in police and law enforcement, that year rose. And so you can go to Officer Down Memorial page, and you can follow it, and they have all the stats from all the agencies in all the states. Hello, this is Ask Your Neighbor. What can I do for you?
Hi, Roller. You need to get off trading time. We're on Ask Your Neighbor now.
I know. I keep messing up, man. I'm not on Ask Your Neighbor that often.
Oh, okay, then. I got you there. What, is Ron took off all week?
I don't know. He should be back tomorrow.
Oh, okay, then. I know he's into what's going on in space and the sky and stuff there. He may be hung over from the Aurora Borealis.
No, he's doing some business. There's a lot of radio, and the business involving radio, it's just unreal, so.
Well, I hear you. So did you check out the skies any over the weekend?
No, I sure didn't.
I kept forgetting about it there, and I don't know. I've seen a lot of pictures on Facebook with all the pink and the colors and all that.
Yeah, I even missed the eclipse.
So did I, but so did I there.
I missed the eclipse. I just thought it was a cloudy, rainy day outside.
Well, I did watch the one there. I can't remember how many years it was ago there, but they had it down to a science to the minute, the second when it completely covered the sun there. It was just real eerie, like when you're standing outside there in the middle of the day and it's dark.
Yeah, imagine living in Alaska where it's dark for how long is it there? Dark for how many months? I forgot.
Longer than I would want.
Yeah. No sun at all.
No kidding there. I got to have my sunshine there, even though it's been making this grass grow here with the rain here lately there, but this comes with it.
Yep, I need my lawn cut. My lawn guy ain't been by this week, so.
Well, he's probably behind.
Yeah, when I moved here to East Tennessee, well, first of all, I never owned a lawnmower. I never owned a lawnmower, never owned a leaf blower, never owned a weed eater, never owned a chainsaw, nothing, because we had rocks. We had desert landscaping. I never had a lawnmower. I come out here and I go, what?
What have I got myself into? Yeah, I think I'm past the stage there of using the weed eaters and the push mowers. If I can't ride and do it there, I'm hiring it out.
Yeah, that's what I do. I have Kyle come out. He does a great job. Everybody walks by my yard and you've got the best looking yard in the neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
So.
That burn. What about, you got flowers and all that stuff out too?
Oh, yeah, you should come by and see my rose bushes all along the fence. I got climbing rose bushes and they're climbing along the fence. I got all sorts of pretty plants out there.
Oh, well, I had at one time there, I had what was called a hybrid tea rose bush.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing would make the biggest, prettiest red blooms there, and it just put off such a great fragrance off of them.
Yeah, I got red roses, pink roses, yellow roses, and I got this real dark maroon kind of rose. So I'm looking for a purple rose bush to plant.
Okay, then.
That's what I'm looking for.
I remember I had a friend there. He lived over in South Clinton, and at the time I had a Doberman pinscher,
mm-hmm.
and he kind of run around with me a little bit. And I went over to this guy's house, and he was living with his mother at the time. We were a lot younger then, but anyway, boy, I mean, when my dog peed on her flowers, she was upset with me.
Well, I planted those rose bushes there to keep my dogs from going underneath the fence.
Oh, okay, then.
Since I
Get out.
Yeah, I planted them. He don't go underneath that fence. He stays away from them. He tried once, and he didn't like it, so he didn't try it again. But yeah, that's why I planted them there. Yeah, I tell you the story how I went to plant a clematis. It is a viney plant. I'm putting along the chain link. I want it to vine along the chain link fence. So I'm digging the hole, and I go chunk one, chunk two, and on the third chunk with the shovel, my foot and shovel went through the ground, and I look underneath, and it's a big cavernous hole.
Oh, wow.
And it's not a sinkhole, because I had some engineers come out. It's not a sinkhole. What they did when they built the house, they just put all the trash in one corner, and when they cleared out the foundation, they just put the dirt on top of all the trash and planted grass. And so now it's settling down, all that trash underneath there, like limbs and...
Oh, it started to erode.
Yeah, and it's starting to settle in, so I'm not like, my foot went through this, and the shovel went through it, and I had to get on my stomach and reach down through that hole to get the shovel out.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's what happened to me.
That's what happened to you when you were planting your rose bush.
Right, planting yeah, that's what happened. So anyway, I still got to get that. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. They want to come out and grade it out and put clay dirt, and so I don't know. I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. But my wife don't want anything done. She said if they do that, they're going to tear up the rose bushes.
Oh, okay then. Where did you get all your stuff? Did you go down there to Greg, the friendly garden guy from down at Willow?
Yeah, I go a little bit of everywhere, but I've been down to him a lot because he's got some good stuff. It's good quality stuff down there, and
yes, it is. Most of the time, it sure is.
And I go any place else. I don't want to mention any names, but their stuff, their plants are like half dead, getting ready to die. They're planting them in if you look in the flower pot, if you go to these places that sell plants, look and see if it's dirt or if they plant them in sawdust. Most of them plant them in sawdust to save money. So.
Oh, okay. Then I wonder if I don't know. I was talking to somebody the other day, talking about Bonnie plants.
Mm-hmm.
Just how expensive they have gotten.
Yeah, plants have gotten expensive, man. So.
Like everything else.
Yeah, like everything else. I've probably spent about $8,000 removing trees around my property.
Oh wow! Well, that's expensive as well.
Yeah, my tree guy is Wade, and he doesn't use a bucket or anything. He climbs up there, and I go, my gosh.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how he can do it.
I guess so. You live down in Oak Ridge, right?
Yes, sir. I live in Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge down there.
I live in.
How'd you end up hooked up with Nick anyway?
Well, that's a funny story. How Nick came involved with my family. It all started when I started working here in October of 2017. And Kelly told me that used to work here, and Jim Harris, that there's a kid that calls. His name is Nick, and you're the new guy, so Nick is going to cling on to you. They said he's been listening to our station for years, since he was a little kid, and so he's going to call, and he's harmless. He loves to talk to everybody here at the station, so he does call up here, talks to Jasper, Ron, and we all kind of. So anyway, he met me over trading time. So I was looking for a church. Me and my family were looking for a church. And I mentioned it on air. Well, Nick picked up on it. And Nick called me and said, hey, Jim, why don't you come to my church, man? Come to my church. I would love to have you. So I said, okay, Nick, next week. So I kept putting him off. And we've been to like 10 churches, didn't find one we like. So I told him, Nick, I'm coming to your church next Sunday. Well, guess who was waiting for me out on the front steps? Nick. And that's how I met him, and we've been good friends ever since. I started taking him and my son out to go bowling or go to the movies or up to Brushy, and so I've been going to his church since we moved here in 2017, and that's how I met Nick, through trading time, and a super nice kid.
Oh, wow. How old is he?
He's 30. In fact, his birthday will be this coming Sunday.
Oh, wow. Well, you've learned as much about him as you, I guess.
Oh, yeah. He knows everything about it. He picks up on something and he remembers. He's got a good memory. Good memory.
What about the lady I used to hear you talk to her on Saturdays there that would brought you cornbread maybe, or you went and got cornbread?
Oh, yeah, Miss Reba. I've not heard from her in a while. In fact, me and my wife are talking about her over the weekend. I may call her. I used to just show up at her house with my wife and Travis, and she would have biscuits made for us. Miss Reba. Yeah, she showed up.
Oh, okay then. Was that down there where Ronnie's from, the booming metropolis of Harriman?
No, she lives over in Clinton behind the Walmart there on 7.
Okay.
Over there. She's 90 years old. She's had 2 hip replacements, a knee replacements, a shoulder broke. She got COVID. You hit her with a tank and she's going to get right back. She's one tough. She drives herself still. She's a tough lady, but I need to call her. I got her number on my phone. I'm going to probably call her.
Is her last name Timex?
I know.
Mercy sakes, there she's been through it. Takes a licking, keeps on kicking.
Yeah, she does, man. But yeah, I met a lot of good people here that I had, like Ronnie out in Harriman. I've never met him, but me and him talk like we're best friends. You never know what goes on the other side of this microphone. It's people just, you get to meet them over the radio, never meet them in person. But this is a great job. I love my job. I love working up here. I love it.
That's great. And I know I heard you talking to Pat there. He's telling you to come over. Ronnie wants you to come down and eat watermelon or a bologna sandwich or something. I'm sure you've met Racing Jason.
Oh, yeah. Racing Jason's a good guy. He takes care of my mom's car.
Oh, okay, then.
And he's taking care of my Toyota. And so, yeah, I know Racing Jason pretty good.
Oh, well, good deal, then. Yeah, he can turn wrenches now.
Yeah, Racing Jason.
Racing Jason.
There's an old Indian saying, the wildest ponies make great horses.
Yep.
That's Racing Jason.
That's Racing Jason there. All right, Mr. High Roller. Enjoyed talking to you there. I think we're supposed to get a little rain here after a while. And I was going to tell you, too, that heard you mention something about graduation earlier. Clinton High School graduates on Saturday, either Friday or Saturday, but Anderson County graduated last week.
All right.
So school's winding down for the kiddos.
Yeah, and now now I always tell the graduating class, good luck, welcome to adulting, you're going to need it.
Oh, no kidding there. And I guess, of course we have to have them, but there. Nowadays, when you told those two guys there, I'd rethink just being a police officer.
Yeah, but we need good people to be police officers.
Oh, we absolutely do there, but I don't envy the job they have to do. They never know what they're going to get into, and like I say, there's so much senseless killing there of police officers there, and it's just they never know what they're walking into.
Yep.
Especially with all the domestics that's going on everywhere, it's you don't ever know what you'd be walking into there. But
that's correct.
But I appreciate your service there with the Las Vegas Police Department there. So I think hopefully you're a little safer up there behind that microphone now.
Yeah, I am.
No more Tupac Secures and Mike Tyson biting off Holyfield's ears.
No, I ain't got that. I got the pants with Holyfield's blood on them hanging in my closet, but
hey, you might be able to sell him one day.
I know if he's doing an autograph signing somewhere, I may go visit him if he's in East Tennessee to have him sign these pants.
Oh, well, that'd be cool.
Sell them. I haven't got a picture of me in the ring next to him, so.
Oh, wow. I always loved him as a fighter.
Yeah. All right, buddy. You have a great day now.
You do the same, Jay. See you, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye. Ask Your Neighbor, doing this every day, Monday through Friday, 10 to 11. And we do whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about it, 865-457-1380. And going to take a break. I'm going to be right back.
It's time for new flooring, and just in time, Karen's Carpet Sales is offering the sale of a lifetime on LVP from Mohawk. Waterproof floating floor with an innovative lacquer that repels dirt and grime for simple cleaning. And best of all, it's only $1.99 per square foot and comes with a 25-year residential warranty. If it's time to freshen up the look of your home, nothing brightens it up like new flooring. Whether you decide on carpet or laminate, let Karen's Carpet Sales help you give your home just the look you want. Come in and see what's new and bring your imagination. Laminate vinyl plank is waterproof, scratch resistant, and you can choose from several colors. And when your floors look good, you feel good. Karen's Carpet is your headquarters for flooring, carpet, laminate, and on sale now, LVP from Mohawk. Karen's Carpet has been serving East Tennessee for over 50 years. They're located in Claxton, 1961 Clinton Highway, 865-945-3353. Karen's Carpet, the store that gives you more. 945-3353.
All right, we're back. Ask Your Neighbor, 457-1380. The Knox County School Board passed a resolution this past Thursday affirming that school resource officers and other security officers will be the only armed personnel on school campus, despite a new Tennessee law allowing teachers to carry concealed weapons on school grounds. So only ones in Knoxville allowed to have a gun is going to be the police. So, yeah, that's good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call Ask Your Neighbor. I want to thank everybody for calling in and, of course, say a little prayer for police officers, remembering them this week, National Police Week, being held in Washington, D.C., remembering those who paid the ultimate sacrifice, protecting you and me. So let's keep them in your prayers. If you see them, give them a big thank you or buy them lunch. All right? Have a safe rest of your day. Put them seatbelts on because seatbelts do save lives.
Friday, May 31st, 8 p.m. at Country Tonight Theater in Pigeon Forge, it's Shenandoah.
Cause it bubble can and I can too. Next to you, next to me.
The hits just keep coming and coming. An evening with Shenandoah, May 31st at the Country Tonight Theater in Pigeon Forge.
If I had 2 dozen roses, oh Lord, forgive us when we're down another sacred Sunday in the sun.
Get your tickets right now at countrytonightpf.com and don't miss Shenandoah.
Mama knows, I wanna be loved like that. best in this house.
Get your tickets now at countrytonightpf.com. countrytonightpf.com.
Don't you know you got to get me to the church on the Cumberland Road.
Don't miss Shenandoah, May 31st at the Country Tonight Theater. Hamilton, Elgin, South Bend, Illinois, American Waltham, Longines, and more. Attention vintage pocket watch collectors. JDsAuctions.com is currently auctioning a lifetime collection of vintage pocket watches. Watches from the 18 and 1900s. Railroad watches, doctor's watches, dress watches, common watches, open face, hunter's case, gold case, silver case, 1721 23 jewels. Each watch with its own story. If you love vintage collectible pocket watches from an era long past with quality and craftsmanship